Okay, how you doing?
Good, my friend. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. All right, so Tony, this is the first time you're competing outside of the UFC, so how did this fight come about?
I like to stay busy, and with the GFL, we were going with that. That kind of fell through. Waited months and months, and we got a date, and then we got nothing. So I was like, you know what? I'm not waiting around. Talked to my agent, and we made it happen. I've been wanting to box for a very long time, and God works in mysterious ways. And you know what? He pointed me in this direction. And I'm glad I did it. So this is cool. We're here in London, baby. We're here to press it.
What made you want to box instead of MMA? Because obviously we're more familiar with you with the UFC.
I got MMA on accident. Now, I didn't know really too much about it. I mean, I saw it on like UFC and everything else, so on and so forth. But when I first got into it, I was going for a bartending job, and this dude straight up looked like the transporter, Jason Statham, right? He hands me this card and it says jiu-jitsu, a 7-day free pass. Well, at that time, I didn't have any funds, and I was still looking for a job. And when I got a job, and I was like, "Grandma, can I borrow your car?" I did, and I took that 7 free-day pass, and I went and I checked it out. And that's how I ended up in MMA. It was by accident. You know, but boxing, it was always that one sport I always wanted to play and wasn't allowed to. Now it's cool.
And obviously your opponent is Salt Papi, so what was your initial thoughts of him? What do you actually know about him?
His name's Nathaniel Bustamante. That's what I know about him. He likes to fight southpaw. He favors his left hand. He looks like he lost a lot of weight, right? So when he was heavier, he could sustain a lot more strength in his legs. So he's probably got good strength in his legs. He's a little bit faster now. What I see in those last recent things, he's taking up a taekwondo type of stance, which means front. He'll be really light on his toes. So he's been working probably on his attacks a little bit more. So I can see it and I can pick it. It's almost like I want to do this now. So going into this fight, he's going to have his hands full because he's going to be eating a lot of punches.
And how have you been preparing for this fight? Because obviously you're probably used to so many like MMA camps and everything, but this is just straight boxing. So what's been different about this one?
Well, I've been training completely different. I got my hair restored by Bosley, and so I went through about 6 months where I couldn't do shit. Actually, it was about I forget how many weeks it was. I wasn't supposed to do anything or sweat. I think it was like 2 weeks, and I took it to 6 months, almost a year, and I did nothing. Let my body heal. Tommy, about how long was it that I did nothing? Around like 6 to 8 months or something like that. It was crazy, and I'd never taken a break off of any sports. So from MMA, I was always competing, right, hurt or not. No, I took a break, rested, and when I got back in January when we signed with the GFL, my pops gave me the best recommendation because you're supposed to fight about 6 times throughout the year. Keep your weight low. Well, anytime in MMA, my weight get up to 205, 210, and my big guy goes don't even fit me no more. So that's when it's been a problem, then cutting down to 55. So you're talking about like 50 pounds within like what? How many weeks? Like less than 4 weeks sometimes, 5 weeks, 6 weeks? That's a lot of weight. So I got my weight down low. We're fighting at 170. I won nationals in college at 165. Best thing is to stay within 10. So I've been fluctuating 175, and that's making me hungry because I want to eat all the fucking shit food, but I can't because I know what that's going to do. And once it happened once, it's going to keep going and keep going and keep going. No. You keep discipline. And since January, I've been that disciplined. I've been working on my warm-up. My coach tells me, he's like, Tony, you need to get back to how you used to. I would go to Wildcard and I would do my warm-ups, and Freddie Roach was like, holy shit, basically, like you and Manny train the same. You're putting in a lot of hours and you're dedicating to like the other things that a lot of people don't want to do. They just want to get in, get the rounds in, get the fuck out. No, you're staying there, people, coaches shutting the lights off, and you're still there working. Yeah. You hear that story all the time with Chael saying that shit to me. That will and that want is there now. Before they were separated because with UFC and all the shit, there was nothing. Now I'm fighting for a new belt. And it's just cool, new hardware.
And obviously it goes down August 30th, so how do you think it goes down? How do you think you get the victory?
Oh, barrage of punches. I'm going to make them quit. I like to make my opponents quit, and the reason for that is there's a ref. You know, you get an 8 count now, that's a big difference. MMA, it's done. Now you get a second chance. He got to see me in today's interview, face to face, and beforehand he was all nonchalant, joking around and saying, I'm going to knock him out. When I sized up his hands and everything, I'm doing everything that I need to do to make sure that this dude is fucking having nightmares about me every fucking day, going from here on out until this fucking fight. And every single time, I'm not going to be thinking about besides anything else besides hurting him. That's it.
And you mentioned about the GFL. Is there anything going on with that, or is that a thing that's done?
No, it's not done. I've been in network with the commissioner, and I'm taking a bigger role into doing some things, not just fighting, and then putting people in connections with the right people. So, I mean, he, you know, with his blessing, not just without it, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd fight anyway. But what I see is a chance to be able to help not just myself, but a lot more people, because when that happened, a lot of people 86 where they were at, and they jumped ship to another ship and thinking, and that bitch was already fucking sinking. The seriousness of it is being able to help people understand that they need help, and then being willing to want that help. And when they do, then you start introducing to other people, because then it's your name that's on the ballot. My name, people are gonna watch this because it's my name, and they know that I'm gonna bring something new to the table. Misfits Boxing is cool enough to be able to partner up and do this shit, man. You know, I just met KSI for the first time. We were supposed to box. I got nothing against anybody. This is entertainment. And when I understand it's entertainment, we're here to make some money and here to fucking entertain.
All right, and obviously with UFC, there's been a lot of changes with the lightweight division. Do you still keep an eye on like the UFC or anything, or is it just something that's in the past now?
Look, goats come and go, but boats stay afloat. I've always said that I'm a boat. I'm the best of all time, baby. So everybody's gonna remember me, but they won't remember the fucking last champion before this guy. You know what? Props.
And you've got a good relationship with the UFC, Dana White, Hunter, and everyone. Obviously, there's been an announcement for next year about the fighting in the White House. We've seen Jeremy Stevens like come back and have a fight in the UFC.
My contract's still there. When it goes into it, you know, we left like a handshake and everything else. So it wasn't how it would have went if I didn't play the game the right way. I played the game the right way. Might not have got how I wanted them to, but the interest is there, so that way I can take a full camp and put some really good time and energy into it and really want that kind of thing instead of fighting for the same shit. So it's a little bit interesting. So I always will, never wish ill will on anybody. So, but what everybody, I have seen an impact of what I have brought to the game, and I continue to see that impact across it, regardless if people want to admit it or not. I identify it, I understand it, and I know how far it goes. So that's why I'm cool with my decisions.
Would you want to fight in the White House?
Look, I would fight Khabib at the White House, and I guarantee you, maybe that's something that he would want to do. His pops did say that the only fight to make was me and that guy. So yeah, I'll quit calling him fat, and I'll quit messing with him and calling him Khabib and all this shit. And Tiramisu Tuesdays will stop if we coach against each other even. So I'll see him sooner or later.
Okay, and just one more question. Obviously, Islam, he's associated with Khabib. He's going up to welterweight. What do you think he's going to do in welterweight against Jack Della Maddalena?
I gave him some advice. So I know like everybody really listens when I give advice. My advice was to get to that weight and stay there for a while. You know, when you jump up to from 55 to 70, your body's not ready. Your body has got to carry a little bit more weight. And like I said, when we talk about Salt Papi or Nathan losing all that weight, your body has to adjust. There has to be a stage of homeostasis where it has to be able to level out and be able to have that. And when you're doing that, then everything starts to register on fire more than rather than just fucking hiccuping like an elevator. There's no more of that. You just boom, you're in point.
And just, sorry, one more. Ilia Topuria, he's the lightweight champ now. Have you seen how he's done, and how do you think he's done moving up from featherweight to lightweight and obviously being able to capture the belt?
It's not a big jump from featherweight to lightweight. It really is not. A lot of the featherweights, the 45ers, they should be at 55. Me, I'm a 70-pounder. I had to shrink my whole body, bone density and everything to fucking get to 55. 55 was like me in high school, wrestling 52. Nationals, college, 65. So when you have that weight and is able to do it, 70 would be too much for him. I just guarantee it'd be too much for him. 55 is good weight for him. That's not a big cut like Max. Max was one of the other dudes that did the same shit. He didn't want to go to 45, so he's like, try 55. Same thing. It's like, it's not a matter of getting old. It's just like, fuck, I don't want to do this shit no more. It kind of goes.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time.
Gotcha, buddy.
Thank you.
Gotcha, buddy.